Well, most of us have a plan B. So Seth, you started this new business. Again, I'm so excited for you. And you
Thank you.
probably think, okay, it's a pretty big, step. It's a big risk. And so what's my plan B? And the plan B is generally like, what happens if everything goes bad?
Sure.
And I think by the way, I don't necessarily object to a plan B. That's thoughtful to have a safety net or whatever. But we spend so much time often doing our plan B. I want us to also think about what's our plan Z. To me, if a plan B is what happens if everything goes wrong, a plan Z is what happens if everything goes right. Like give it an equal amount of time. Maybe if you're going to spend 20 minutes a day worrying about your plan B, why not spend 20 minutes a day envisioning, hey, if I crush it, if I become the most successful new bureau to hit the scene, like if I blow the doors off, what does that look like? How does that feel? What are the actions that I might need to take to get there? How might my business differentiate from other competitors? And so I just feel like most of us are conservative to begin with. And then we spend all this time and energy and resources worrying about plan B. There's nothing wrong with that, but let's also think about that plan Z. In that case, we can identify it and we can envision it and we can pursue it.
That's right. And plan Z, if things go according to plan and you do crush it, there will be breakdowns. Your structure, your systems will burst at the seams. And those are opportunities, again, to have more big little breakthroughs, I believe. That really spoke to me too, because I think our inclination, our natural thrown way of being is to go into plan B and prepare for a worst case scenario.
I'm sorry to interrupt, you brought up a really thoughtful point there though. So most people think of innovation as like one giant idea. It's sort of like the genesis of something. And after that one idea, everything else is just mindless execution. So I've built businesses myself. And I'll tell you, I started a company and I got to, 50 people. And if I just kept doing things that way, I wouldn't have a business. And then I had to completely retool and reinvent it. And I got to about 250 people and I had the same thing. And so sort of that saying, what got you here won't necessarily get you there. Point is, there's plenty of room for innovation long after an initial idea. When you unpack a success, it's not that there's one idea. Mark Zuckerberg has said, how about Facebook? There was an initial idea, but there were thousands of little ideas along the way. In other words, creativity needs to persist in order to create real sustainable value. So for us, like if we didn't come up with that first idea, we're not the inventor of a new technology or business, doesn't mean we can't be creative. Quite the opposite. We can take what groundwork that others have laid and apply our own creativity toward it to continue to advance progress.
Thanks for stopping in and watching this video. If you found it helpful, you can find others just like it at the link below and subscribe while you're at it.